Hi.
Welcome back to Listen to the Words.
What was that?
I was trying to make you take the lead of it because people are gonna be like, "Who's that voice?
This is your podcast.
Who's that sexy voice?" I was texting with my group chat, Tiziana, Jose, and Jeanette, like, "Smelly cat, smelly
Why?
cat." Remember Phoebe had that
Yeah,
voice?
I know.
I was like, "That's how I sound like."
Oh, gotcha.
Come on, get with the program. Jeez. Oh, where's my button? Where?
Why are you the way that you are?
Anyway, we are back.
We are.
I am sick as a dog.
No, not as a dog.
I was pretty
You're
bad.
okay.
I was bad on Tuesday, so bad I called out work, and I
Yeah.
never call out of work.
I know.
The only time I call out of work is when I get cancer
or the flu.
or
Or bronchitis.
You know what I'm saying? When I call out, I go big.
Yeah.
So on Tuesday, I text my boss. I was like, "Dude, I couldn't get out of bed.
Yeah.
I spent the entire day in bed."
Well, and I think too, because you've had cancer and you had to go through chemo, your body's not 100% still.
it's
And
not.
so I think it just hit you harder. Like you really just have like a head cold.
Yeah.
But it just hit you harder because
smacked me
your
so
immune
hard.
system is still down.
So last we left you, we were going to Florida.
Yeah.
And we had cracked jokes about us not making it to Florida. God forbid there's a hurricane coming.
Yeah.
And what happened? Literally 2 days before we head down to Florida,
There's
there was
a secret storm
a tropical
brewing.
storm. What was it? Which one was it?
This was Sarah.
Sarah. So we had to change.
And I have a friend, Sarah,
Yeah.
so I'm like, thanks.
We had to change all our plans.
Oh my gosh.
Like last minute, poor Kelly had to stay up late calling Disney and everything and
Yeah.
reorganizing everything.
And I was like, pretty much, and this is going to sound really bad, I was hysterical.
You were.
I was in tears because
And I told you, I was like, we're going
I was
somewhere.
I was like, I don't even want to go anywhere now. If we can't go to Florida and do like surprise your family and go to Disney, I was like, I don't even want to go anywhere. I just want to stay home.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point? What's the point of planning?
it was brutal.
Like, I was so fed up, but it ended up working out really well.
It worked out. So we the plan was to surprise my family because they were doing the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society walk for what it's called Light the Night. Mm-hmm. So they were going to do it down in West Palm Beach. So me and you discussed about going down there, and we talked about it in the last episode. So we surprised. First of all, we made it to St. Augustine. We left after I finished work.
Yeah.
As soon as I got home, I changed. No, I didn't even change.
No, I think you did.
No, I kept my work clothes on.
Oh, did you?
So I peed, and you had loaded the car up already. And
You're welcome for that information.
And we left. I mean, we left immediate. My mom was like, "Oh, can you guys wait for me to say bye?" And I was like, "Peace. I don't know where you are."
Yeah, we're
Deuces.
not waiting 2 hours for you to come home.
I was like, I gotta hit the road.
We gotta go.
So we made it to St. Augustine, and I'm sorry for my voice. It's not a filter. It's just the way I sound right now,
Yeah.
which I kind of like.
You sound worse. You sound like you really went through puberty.
Yeah,
Again.
I went through puberty.
At 40.
Chemo changed my voice. But anyway, so this isn't my real voice, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's just the way it's.
But I
coming
do
out.
kind of like it. It's
Do
kind
you?
of hot.
Thank you. And I shaved my goatee.
But
for
I
you.
like the goatee. It's the mustache I don't like.
We've been married for 17 years. You're like, I don't like your facial hair.
I
your facial
don't
hair.
like facial
So
hair.
I grew out my goatee for the last month.
I've come to accept
And
that
then-
you're just going to grow facial hair from time to time. So I'm just like, whatever.
And then 2 days ago, I shaved it all off. I'm like, I'm going to shave for Kelly. And then she's like, oh.
Like,
Oh.
you look like a baby.
I was like, fine.
I got used to it.
I was like, I will grow it back.
I just kind of got used to it and, didn't think, because your beard is actually growing in a little bit better
That's the
now.
one thing about chemo.
I know.
My hair grew in black, and now my facial hair grows in. But anyway, let's go back to the story. We drove down to St. Augustine. We spent the night there.
We did leave the day we had planned on leaving. We left
The Thursday.
the Thursday that we had initially planned on leaving. We did leave that day.
So we make it down to St. Augustine, get down there. We wake up early, get some breakfast. The hotel in St. Augustine sucked because the bed, every time I moved an inch, was just squeal. Like, I'm like, what is wrong with this bed?
It needed some WD-40.
Jeez. Anyway, so we make it down to West Palm. We had to meet up with my Aunt Nana because we were going to stay at her apartment. So we met up with her, got the lay of the land of the apartment. Beautiful apartment.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
It's-
Like, I would want to live there.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's.
If we lived in Florida, I want to live in that
Yeah.
kind of an apartment.
It is, but it's an above 55 community.
It is. So we soon,
can't live there.
15 years.
Yeah, 15 years.
We could go.
So we went over there because we wanted to surprise all the rest of my family, but everybody was at work and
Yeah.
babies were taking naps.
So
and
we
whatnot.
had to do like kind of one at a time.
Yeah, so-
type thing.
My aunt called her daughter Ash. Well, I can say her name Ashley. She's like, "Hey, are the babies awake? Because I have a gift for them." And so Ashley has her babies on a very tight schedule with naps.
Yeah. Completely respect that.
Yeah.
Like you
So
have to with twins.
She's like, "Hey, I'll wake them up when they're ready. They have
Yeah.
to get their 2 to 3 hours of nap time."
Yeah.
And then we respect that, which is
and
amazing.
she has to have her time too. That's
Because
her time.
She's a student. She works. I mean,
Yeah,
Ash,
she works. She does she's
Yeah.
like a jack of all trades.
Yeah,
Like
Ash-
she does a lot of stuff.
I don't know how
so-
she functions, but Ashley, I respect you.
Yeah.
I mean, she's like,
And she has to meal prep. And
I mean, Ashley's one of the most coolest.
Yeah.
I mean, even if she wasn't my family, I would speak very highly of Ash.
yeah, oh yeah,
But anyway, so she's like, they'll wake up when they're ready. So okay, whatever. So we start heading over when it's kind of getting the end of their nap time. So we head over to my cousin Ashley's house. So the babies had just woken up. So my aunt Nana walks into the door and she's like, "Hey," she's like, "I'll text you when you could come in." So she texts us, she's like, "Hey, come on in." So we knock on the door and Ashley asks my aunt Nana, "Hey, who's that?" So my aunt Nana's like, "It's probably the mail." So Ashley opens the door and there I am just standing there.
Yeah.
And poor Ashley's face just went,
huh?
she wasn't understanding what was happening.
Yeah, she didn't. I don't think it didn't click.
She was just standing there like, huh, what's happening here?
Like you look familiar.
Like, this is so weird. And so I give her a big old hug and she's like, "Oh my God, you're here."
Yeah. And what's funny is that she was telling us after that like her fiance and like his mom was asking, "Oh, so when's your cousin getting here?" They didn't know we were
No
coming.
idea.
They just assumed we were coming
Yeah.
since they were walking.
Well, good
for
thing
you.
I didn't make contact with him and be like, "Hey, let's plan this," because he would have spilled the beans easily.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Good-
no, I don't think he would. I think he would have kept, but he just didn't know.
Yeah, my aunt Nana almost spilled the beans several times, and I almost spilled the beans a couple times.
Yeah.
But
It's
so-
hard to keep a secret.
Yeah, I mean, it was tough.
especially for as long as we kept it.
Yeah, we kept it for a while. So we surprised Ashley, and so the babies, she has twin babies. We'll just call them boy A and girl A.
A and A.
A and A. So we're not gonna share names. So boy A immediately was like, "Hey, what's up?"
Yeah.
And I sat down. He sat on my lap, and we're watching Toy Story. No, we were watching Finding Nemo
Yeah.
for a little bit. Girl A,
Yeah.
you have to win her over.
You do, and I did not
Girl A
at all.
Girl A,
And usually babies like gravitate towards me.
man, Girl A,
But she's a firecracker.
Girl A is hysterical because she would look at me like.
She gives you the dirty look.
So after a few minutes, I'm playing peekaboo with her. So finally, "Come here, sweetie," and she came into my arms.
Yeah.
So I carried her for a while, and then she was playing with my goatee.
Yeah.
And
It was so cute.
we hit it off.
Yeah.
Me and Girl A.
After that, she was like, she kept going to you
Yeah.
and like running to you, wanted you to pick her up, and
I knew I was gonna win her
she
over
would
quick.
give me dirty looks.
So, we surprised them, and then you had to crochet them a few gifts, and they
Yeah.
loved it. So after that, we went to go surprise my cousin Stephanie, who was at my other aunt's house,
Yeah.
and her 2 little boys.
yeah,
Let's just go baby K and other baby A.
I think we've said their names.
Have we? Okay, so Kyrie and Amari.
Yeah,
So we go over to their house, and so Nana walks in, and she's like, "I'll text you when it's ready to come." No, I'm sorry. Before I get to that point, my cousin Alexa was told to come to my cousin
yes.
Ashley's house.
Yes,
So
we
she-
surprised Alexa
Yeah.
next.
So she comes to the house, and I'm hiding in the corner, and she walks in, and I'm like, "Hey, what time is the walk tomorrow?" And she's like, "What is happening?" Losing her mind. She's like, "Oh my gosh, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
oh my gosh." So
So we had her come to Ashley's house because her mom has cameras in her house.
yeah,
So we wanted her to come to Ashley's house first, surprise her, and then she could go to the house and make sure the cameras were
turn
off,
the
just in case her mom decided to check cameras.
yeah.
So then,
she goes ahead and turns off the cameras, and they text us, "Hey, come on inside the house so you can see Stephanie and Kyrie and Amari and their husband, her husband Alfredo." So we walk in, and Stephanie's like, another one. She's like, "What is happening?"
Yeah.
Just completely.
She started crying.
Yeah,
a
she started
little
crying.
bit.
She's like, "Oh my gosh!"
I think everybody kind of started tearing up.
Yeah, and
as you surprised
yeah.
them.
So and then the boys love me already, so I didn't have to win them over.
Yeah.
So
they know us. I had made some dinosaurs for them.
little T-Rexes.
And
so Kyrie's like,
dinosaurs right now.
Kyrie's like, what should I call him? So I was like, hey, Teddy the T-Rex. Hopefully that stuck.
Yeah, I don't know.
But so we won them over. They were happy. So we're waiting around for my aunt Liliana, my tia. So I've always called her tia. So we're waiting for her. She's unfortunately that day she had to work late.
Yeah.
So we're waiting. And so then they tell us, hey, she's on the way home. And so they told me to hide in her little guest room. So then we're hiding and waiting. And I'm trying to find the video here. So I'm going to play my aunt's reaction on my phone, okay? Let's get it ready. So I walk out of the little guest room, and this is the reaction. So she's like, what are you doing here? So, excuse the dogs.
Yeah.
Those dogs just bark at everything like our dogs.
Yeah.
So she loses her mind. I mean, and I felt, I was really scared that she was going to just faint on us. So I was like, please don't faint, please don't. So when I was holding her up. I'm like, don't faint, please don't faint. But my tia is like my second mom. I mean, me and her have been close my entire life.
Yeah.
So it was really cool to surprise her. That was like the highlight of the entire trip, other than being at Disney.
Yeah.
So we surprised them. We have dinner together and whatnot. So the only person and then we surprised my grandmother and my cousin Diana too.
Which I don't think your grandmother really understood what was going on.
I don't think my grandmother knew exactly what was happening. But
she was just like, oh, hi. Like nothing.
But my grandma's old, so she's probably like, okay, cool, whatever. I'm just here for the ride.
Yeah, that's what it is.
My grandma's just there for the ride. And so
I forgot I washed my hair. I was like, why is my hair wet?
Yeah. So the one person that we're missing, and I surprised my cousin Diana's husband William too.
Yeah. But that was kind of like he saw us leaving.
Yeah,
and
it was a hit and run.
Yeah, it was kind of.
So the only person that was missing was my uncle Arturo.
Yeah.
So he had no idea about this whole thing. So So the next day we have breakfast. You have breakfast with your family. I dropped you off, and you had breakfast with your family.
Yeah, I had breakfast with my sister and my two nieces and my mom.
And your mom. And
Sophia.
then I went to go have breakfast with my clan.
Yeah.
My girls. And they wouldn't let me pay. I'm like, fine. Don't let me pay.
That's good.
It wasn't that bad. I would have paid easily, but it wasn't that bad. But they wouldn't let me pay. I wouldn't. My aunt's debit card, my credit card wouldn't, the chip wasn't reading right. So I take out my wallet to pay. She goes, don't you dare. I was like, okay. I will not pay.
Like, I am so sorry.
I will not pay. So we hang around. I pick you and Sophia up, and we hang around before the walk is on that Saturday. So we get to the walk. I mean, the LLS did such an amazing job with this thing. I mean, it was just very, very well organized.
It was
for being
beautiful.
Downtown West Palm Beach.
Yeah,
right on the water, and you just walk on. I forgot what street that was, but it's literally right on the water.
Yeah.
So they did a fantastic job. They had little vendor booths, not even vendors, like they were like giving stuff away.
Yeah, it was like Walgreens was there, Florida Power and Light was there, which is like Duke Energy for us.
Yeah, your local energy company.
Yeah. And then obviously LLS was there. I think that was pretty much it.
They had a couple of bouncy houses, and
they had like a food truck or two. Yeah. It wasn't huge.
It wasn't.
But I like that.
Yeah.
Like it was more intimate.
It was.
And it made it more special. Mm-hmm. I feel like that it wasn't so humongous that it was like
suffocating.
There was so much to do. It was like they really focused it on what it was about.
Yeah. So we get there and we get our lanterns because you have to. It's literally light the night. Mm-hmm. So you light the night with lanterns. So the red ones are for supporters and caregivers. I couldn't remember the word. Mm-hmm. And then the white ones were survivors and patients. Mm-hmm. And the gold ones were people were walking in the honor of somebody who unfortunately didn't make it.
Yeah.
So when they start the whole ceremony, they start talking. So we had seen this big group of people wearing red T-shirts with a picture on it. It was a little baby girl. So they came and they talked about it. And it was a little girl who fought leukemia, and unfortunately she didn't survive.
Yeah, so they all had gold lanterns.
Oh,
but it was beautiful, though. I mean, it was just so...
Oh, I boohooed. I boohooed the entire time.
Yeah.
So then they had all the survivors with white lanterns stand in the middle of the field that they had in front of the stage.
They had a little section, like, it was sectioned off.
Yeah. And so I'm in the middle of there, and I'm just boohooing already.
Yeah.
And they had a person... So the gold lantern was represented by that family that lost a little girl. Mm-hmm. And then the red one was a woman who... she went up and spoke. She's taking care of her dad who's going through... Was it leukemia?
Treatment, I think so.
It was leukemia. And then there was a little boy. He had the white one. His name was Charlie, and he had fought leukemia for years.
Yeah.
And he finally kicked it, and he was there. He was being crazy.
Yeah.
So
just being a little boy,
which
is amazing. Amazing. That's exactly what you want.
Yep. So they start the walk. We're walking, and so my uncle's running late. He got stuck at playing golf or something. And so he's like, I'm parking. I'll meet up with you guys.
He had trouble finding parking too.
So he couldn't find parking. And, I mean, because the place was packed out, and it's definitely...
Yeah, it wasn't just for like the night.
It's downtown West Palm Beach.
It's downtown West Palm,
and it's a Saturday night.
Yeah,
so
it gets very busy.
Parking is limited already.
Yeah,
without
you
an
have
event.
to get there early.
So he finally found parking. So he's like, I'll tell me. He's texting my cousin Ashley. Hey, tell me where you are. He's calling her. So they finally tell him a good meeting point, a middle ground. So me, you, and Sophia are walking, but we're covering our faces with the lanterns.
Yeah. And
so he's saying hi to everybody. And if you know my uncle Arturo, he's just loud.
Yeah.
He's a presence.
Yeah, he is.
And my uncle's a presence. So
a good presence.
Yeah. So he's saying hi to everybody, and it's always hugs and kisses. And my uncle Arturo is like the best hugger ever.
Yeah.
So did he hug you first or me?
You.
Okay. So he's walking up, and he's saying hi to everybody. He's saying hi to Ashley and the babies, and so I pull my lantern down, and he's like, oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
So big old hug. I mean, we hugged hard because my Uncle Arturo is a special person in my life.
Yeah.
My musical tastes, a lot stem from him.
He was kind of like another father figure.
He was a father figure for me growing up.
For you. So
a lot of my musical tastes are because of him.
Yeah.
So so we hugged, and we finished the walk all together, and it was a really, really cool moment to do all of us together. And we ran into my cousin Miguel and his wife. They came for the walk too. So it was a really cool time. It was something that I needed to do to kind of close out this chapter of my life.
Yeah.
And it was just a nice recharge to see my family.
Yeah.
Because and then Saturday we all went after breakfast. We went to Target. I went to buy the babies toys.
Yeah.
So I got them little pickup trucks or little Hot Wheels, whatever they're called.
Yeah.
And the baby girl A wanted a little doll.
Yeah.
So I got her a doll.
She likes baby dolls.
So I got her a doll. So it was a fun time.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, because we had to change our plans for Disney, we left Sunday morning.
Yeah, originally we were supposed to leave Monday morning, but because of the storm, we didn't know what it was going to do. It looked like it was going to come to Florida.
A beeline to Orlando.
Yeah, like Wednesday or Thursday. And so that means Florida would have gotten the outer bands of it by Tuesday.
Yeah. And that's the day we're going to go to the park.
That was the day we were supposed to go to the park. So we thought, okay, well, let's change it. We'll leave Sunday and go to the hotel. And then on Monday, we'll do the park and leave Wednesday. And we'll be out of Florida by the time the storm hits. Because then at that point, they were saying, oh, yeah, Wednesday, like
afternoon.
Late Wednesday.
So we want to be out of our hotel by 8 a.m. and halfway home by the time of the storm hit.
Yeah. So we were just going to finish our like little vacation somewhere outside of Florida.
Yeah, either Savannah, Charleston, just get out of
something that was
away
inside.
So we left. We said bye to both our families. You said bye to your family, and we met with your sister, so we said goodbye to both our sides.
Yeah, because we had to pick up my mom.
Yeah. So Nana came with us to Disney. So we left. We said bye to my family, and it sucked to have such a short period of time, but the storm screwed everything up.
Yeah, it was just everything was already like paid for, so we pretty much had to do it that way.
Yeah. So we leave. We get to to Orlando with your mom, and we check into the Art of Animation, which is really cool.
It is a really cool hotel.
It is. We stayed at the Lion King suite,
Yes.
which is really, really cool.
So Art of Animation has family suites. They do have regular rooms. All the rooms are different themes. So like one section, the regular rooms are themed for The Little Mermaid. And those are just a typical like 1 or 2 beds, like a studio room, basically.
A standard hotel room.
Yeah, standard hotel room. And then the family suites are Finding Nemo, The Lion King, and Cars, which I'm kind of disappointed that we didn't get over to the Cars section and like take pictures and stuff.
Stephanie asked me that, and I was like, it never crossed my mind.
Like, I completely forgot to do that. I just didn't even. We were so like. I feel like
we walked through Nemo.
We're like so pressed for time when we go, and we were there for such a short time. Like there was a couple things we didn't get to do that I wanted to do.
Yeah,
it's just we ran out of time.
I mean, she asked me. She goes, "Did you guys walk by the car section?" I was like, "No, no,
we forgot."
I honestly got forgotten. It didn't cross my mind.
So maybe next time we can, but we'll see. But yeah, so we ended up staying in the Lion King suite, and it's super cute. I mean, it's so bright and colorful. There's little bits of Lion King everywhere, and
the shower. Our shower was the sunrise.
Yeah,
over I don't know what country it is.
Pride Rock or
Thank
whatever.
you. Yeah.
And
then Sophia's and Nana's bathroom was the Hakuna Matata. I think it was Timon and Pumbaa.
Timon and Pumbaa taking a bath or like bathing.
Yeah.
So that was their. We had a walk-in shower. They had a tub.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was one bedroom and 2 bathrooms.
Yep.
Which there's not a lot of their rooms that do that. So that's why we liked that because since if it was just the 3 of us, it would be different. But because there were 4 of us, we didn't want to just have space. Yeah, we needed 2 bathrooms and so the couch pulled out into a bed. And then
there's a Murphy bed. The kitchen table.
Yeah, the kitchen table, which we never used the table.
No,
because we were never in the room.
We ate everywhere else.
Yeah. So yeah, we ate at the at their little cafeteria, which is not little, it's big.
Yeah.
But we ate there a lot of our meals.
Yeah.
We did breakfast a couple times there.
Every day we had breakfast there.
Just one morning we didn't. Because we went to Kona Cafe.
Oh, that's right.
The Polynesian. Yep. We had breakfast there, which was amazing. Yeah. It was so good.
So fast forward, we check in, we do whatever. Then we go to the park on Monday. We go to Hollywood Studios. Mm-hmm. So we take the little Skyliner thing, which is really cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
I'm surprised you didn't get worried with the heights. Because that thing goes high.
No, because it was enclosed and I wasn't like really looking out. We were talking.
Yeah.
So, and it's enclosed, so it didn't really like... that doesn't bother me.
Yeah. So we meet a French family in there, and I'm like, bonjour. So, was my limited French. So when they leave, I go, au revoir. But anyway, we walk into the park. You got me a cancer, we're celebrating being cancer-free button.
Yeah.
So all you guys wore it.
Yeah. I got 4 of them because there was 4 in our party. So I figured, we all wear them.
And Kelly got congratulated for being
cancer-free.
I
know. Because I was walking ahead.
Everywhere. It was congratulations. And you're like, oh, it's my husband. Sorry.
I'm like, oh, it's for my husband.
It's the loser back there who can't keep up. So anyway, so we get to the park, to Hollywood Studios, and we walk in. You got selected for security every single time we went anywhere.
Oh, God. Every time.
It's because you're white. Anyway.
Probably.
So you get selected for security, and so does your mom. So me and Sophia walk up ahead, and we're waiting at this little, waiting area.
No, just
entrance,
up ahead in the entrance.
So I'm standing there. I'm with Sophia, and I'm like...
This before you go through, put your mat, before you get into the park.
Security
it's between security
and
the entrance.
So we're standing there, and I look to my right, just randomly look to my right, and I see this girl. And I go, Soph, I know that girl. She goes, yeah, sure, Dad. Because I'm always joking around. She's like, uh-huh. So I was like, no, Sophia, I really know this girl. And she goes, no, you don't. And I was like, Soph, I'm telling you, I know this young lady here. So she's like, okay, whatever, Dad. So I go, Jackie. And the girl turns around. And she goes, Andres? Go figure. It's my childhood best friend, Kevin, his older sister, who I haven't seen like 20 years.
And just go figure that she's...
Out of all the places in the world.
Yeah.
She lives nowhere near, literally nowhere near here, nowhere near New York City, nowhere near Florida.
Yeah.
She lives pretty far away from us.
Yeah.
And I just ran into her in Disney. And her husband had been picked for security. Another
Yeah.
white guy. So it's just... So it's just the most random thing.
Conspiracy.
I ran into the Jackie of all people
Yeah.
in
Disney.
Hollywood Studios.
Yeah.
So I'm in shock. We're talking, catching up a little bit. And I introduce you, your mom.
Yeah.
And what was your reaction when you saw me talking to some random girl?
I didn't really have a reaction because I figured you knew her.
Oh, okay.
So, because like you don't just talk to random girls.
Because who was it that asked
Because
me,
if you did, I would kill
someone
you.
asked me like, what was Kelly's reaction when she saw you hugging some random girl? And I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't. And I think too, I was focused on the security thing, so I didn't see like you talking to her until I was walking up.
Yeah.
And I saw you talking to somebody, so I just figured it was somebody you knew.
Yeah. So we're talking, catching up, and so we part ways. I'm like, hey, see you later or whatever. We'll see you in another 20 years when we're 60.
Right.
But so in my head, I'm like, I should have taken a picture with Jackie because who's gonna believe this story?
Right. Yeah.
So I call my mom. I'm like, hey, so you and Sophia went to go do the
Rock and roller coaster.
yeah, something that I'm never gonna do. So,
Sophia's never doing it again either.
So you're in there, and I'm calling my mom. So me and your mom are sitting on a bench, and I'm talking to your mom, telling her, hey, this is how I know this person, and the whole story is about growing up. So I'm like, hey, Nana, I'm gonna call my mom real quick and tell her. So I call my mom. I'm like, hey, I ran into Jackie, and she goes, did you take a picture with her? And I was like, no, I didn't. I'm like, I feel so stupid. And she goes, well, if you see her again, you have to take a picture. And as soon as my mom says that, Jackie walks in front of me again. So I'm like, Jackie, and she's like, what? I was like, we got to take a picture together. So we took a picture together, and cool. So we went our separate ways, and an hour later,
Yeah, we go to
Smuggler's Run,
Smuggler's Run.
and who's there? Jackie.
She's in front of us, like 3 people in front of us.
I was like, Jackie, and she goes, what's going on here?
After that, I didn't
Yeah,
see
we
her
didn't see her again.
That was like our cutoff.
It was
I
just
think.
almost random.
3 times was the cutoff.
So I text her brother. I'm like, hey, Kevin, I ran into your sister. He goes, where are you? I was like, I'm in Disney. He goes, and you ran into my sister there? And I'm like, yeah, of all places. So he's like, so I sent him the picture. He goes, oh, that's going to the family group chat. So it was funny. Of all places to run into Jackie.
Yeah.
But we do all the rides. I start hurting, but I plowed through it.
So we were there, and then another thing too is that friends of ours, they ended up coming to Orlando too.
Yep.
And they went to the park
With
pretty
us.
much with us.
Yeah.
We didn't stay together.
Yeah, we just did our own. And
But
that's the way it should be.
Yes.
You do you, we do us, and we reconvene every so often.
Right. And if you want to do, so we wanted to do rides together.
Yeah.
And
Because her husband doesn't do rides. I don't do rides because
Yeah.
of my port and because I'm a wuss when it comes to rides. The one ride I wanted to do, we couldn't do because it was broken down half the day.
Yeah, half the day it was broken down, and then by the time we probably could have done it, the wait was so long, and everything else that we liked was like short time.
Yeah.
So we were like, okay, let's just do those things because those were more important for us.
Yeah.
So they were with us, and I forgot where I was going with that.
Yeah. But anyway, so we did that, and we were there from 7 a.m.
Yeah, that's
to
what I was gonna say.
8 p.m., 7 p.m.
No, they had extra magic hours for people that were staying on the resort. So so you could they let people in like at 8:00 in the morning, but certain rides you couldn't get on unless you were staying on a resort.
Yeah.
So so we got there at 8 a.m. and then they closed at 7 because usually they're open till 10, but they closed at 7
Oh, thank
because
God they closed at 7 that day because I was so worn out. I was so done.
But even if they had closed at 10, we could have left
Yeah.
and come back. But
Yeah.
I think because they closed early, we kind of felt like we had to stay.
Yeah.
But they were having a special ticketed event at 7 or 7:30. And so
they
pretty
kick
much
you out.
they kick you out. Like you have
In
to
a
have a
subtle
wrist.
way.
Yeah, you have to have a wristband to stay.
Yeah.
But like the food changes.
I mean, it was like instant, like boom, get out. And
Yeah,
we're doing this food now.
Yeah, like the little kiosks that have like food and drinks and stuff, all that changes. But it was cool because it's called Jollywood Nights, and people like dress up for it. So they come. We saw some people on rides that had come early, and they're in like 20s attire, and it was super cute. And I told my friends, because she's really into like that kind of stuff, and I was like, "This would be perfect for you."
Yeah,
she was like, "I know."
She was born in the wrong era.
She really was.
But anyway, so we did all that, and as we're leaving the park, I was worn out. I was just like, dude, I need to get in bed. I need. My feet hurt. My body, like everything hurt.
We were all hurting.
I was
but
hurting.
You were.
I was hurting, but I did it all.
Yeah.
I did it for you girls. But we're walking out, and there was an old man, one of the greeters, but he was just saying bye to everybody.
Yeah.
And he was his those walkers that have a seat attachment to it. Mm-hmm. So he's sitting down and he's waving to everybody, and so he sees my cancer-free button, and he's like, congratulations. And I was like, I need to talk to this guy. I was like, I hate talking to random people, but I was like, I gotta talk to him. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I don't remember what I said. I was like, how long?
Well, he said, who's cancer free? And we said it was you.
Yeah.
And so he was like, oh, congratulations. And then he just said, I'm actually going through chemo.
He said his last chemo was going to be that Thursday, a few days from then.
Yeah.
But he didn't. And I said, so what's next? He goes, we don't know yet.
Yeah.
So I talked to him for a little bit, and I said, hey, look, just keep moving forward. I was like, you got this.
Yeah.
I was like, if I could do this, you could do this. So we chatted for a little bit, and I held his hand for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I said, I'll be thinking about you. So we said our goodbyes, and it meant a lot to me.
Yeah.
It meant a lot to me. And so we get to the sky. We wait online to get to the Skyliner, and we get on the Skyliner, and it's us four, and then our friend H and her husband I, and then a mother and daughter combo.
I don't know if they were mother and daughter. I think they were friends.
Oh, okay, I thought it was mother daughter.
Yeah,
but tell us about mother daughter.
So
mother friend.
we're just sitting there, and we weren't like talking to them or anything. And I had my button on somewhere, and but I was sitting in front of them, so they were facing me, and you were sitting in the corner.
Yeah,
and like all of a sudden, we were about to get off, and because I'm wearing like Stitch stuff, like my bag is Stitch, my shirt was
it's
Stitch.
an unhealthy addiction.
It's very healthy. So I had all Stitch, and so all of a sudden, one of them, she takes something out of her bag and like pretty much puts it in my face, and is like, for being cancer free or something. And it's a little rubber ducky dressed as Stitch. Yeah. And it's so cute. Yeah. Like they have these things at like Five Below, I think, that they're like dressed as different Disney characters. And so I was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I said, it's actually not me, it's my husband. And so the other girl, she pulls out another rubber ducky dressed as Stitch, and gives it to you.
Well, she gave it to you, and then you gave it to me. I had to run up and thank them.
Yeah.
Because I ran up ahead. I was like, thank you so much for it. And they're like, oh, no, congratulations. I was like, thank you so much.
Yeah.
It was really sweet. I have it on my little podcaster desk right here.
Yeah. So
it was really sweet.
I have mine on my desk, but I just thought that was like just some random person. Like, I think that's what gets to me the most is when just a random person just does like a small act of kindness.
Oh, yeah. It means the world.
You know, it's so sweet because you don't have to do that. Like they could have kept those for themselves. They didn't have to give that to us.
No.
But it was just that's something that they wanted to do, and it just shows that there is
still nice people out there.
Still like people with humanity, you know, good humanity out there.
Yeah. So then we go to breakfast the next day with your mom to Kona Cafe, and then we just hung around.
Yeah.
You had a meeting to go to.
I had a meeting that I had to do that I got picked for. Can't talk about it.
Yeah. And then me and Sophia went and found trouble like we always do.
But yeah, we kind of just like, we looked around at the gift shops. Polynesian has 2 gift shops, so we looked at both of those. And then before we left, I wanted to get, because I didn't know if I would get back there, I wanted to get, they have really good coffee.
Yeah.
It's called Kona Coffee. I think they do sell it in some places. Like, I think Jack in the Box sells it.
Interesting.
Like, they sell Kona Coffee there. I don't know.
Interesting.
But I think it's really good coffee. And it's so anyway, so they have it's whole beans. You can buy the bag, but it's whole beans, and then they have like a little like cafe area outside the Kona Cafe that you can buy like pastries and coffee drinks or whatever. And so they have the means to ground the beans for you. So they ask you like, what kind of coffee machine do you have? So I said, I have a Keurig. It's a K cup.
Yeah.
So I guess it's according to what kind of machine you have or whatever that they grind the beans. So yeah, so I got that, and then from there I went to my thing that I had to do because that was at another location.
Yep.
And then after that I think we went to downtown Disney.
Yep.
And
we had dinner.
Yeah.
We had fish and chips.
Oh my gosh.
And then we had dinner.
It was so good.
We went back to the hotel, packed up our stuff because we were checking out Wednesday. Mm-hmm. But then you and I decided, hey, the storm's actually not going to hit now.
Yeah.
Stupid thing decided to dissipate. The only thing that we're going to get was a little rain.
Which, great for us, really bad for Honduras.
Yeah. So
I feel so bad for those
So you
people.
and I decided, hey, let's just stay the rest of the week.
Yeah.
So we booked a hotel at the Marriott about 2 miles away from where we're staying at.
Yeah, it wasn't far.
It wasn't far at all. So
just outside of Disney.
Yeah.
It's like basically Marriott Village.
Yeah, the Marriott Village, just three Marriotts.
Different Marriotts.
And so we booked Wednesday, Thursday, and then checked out Friday.
Yeah.
So we booked over there. So we left. Your mom got picked up by a charter bus to go take the train back home to West Palm.
Yeah.
And so you and I and Soph checked out the hotel, and then we did a timeshare presentation for Disney.
Yes, it was really interesting.
It was interesting. And if it was something we could afford, we'd do it. But
yeah,
right now,
maybe one day
maybe
we'll be able to. But at least we have the information, and we got to see a hotel that we hadn't seen before, and it was gorgeous.
And they gave us gift cards.
Yeah, we got a gift card. So we got to use that.
I mean, literally, Disney gave us $300 for an hour each of our time.
Yeah.
Hey.
Well, the one thing was only 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I think it was a little bit longer, but just because we were talking.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we get to the
hotel, and so I go inside to check in. I leave you girls in the car because I want to see. We got there a little earlier than check-in time, so I go in there and I'm wearing my cancer-free button on my hat because why not? So
and because at the beginning of all this, I said, because you asked me, do I have to wear this thing all the time? I was like, yeah, because you never know, you might get something free. Yeah. You know, sometimes people give you stuff.
Disney didn't give me jack.
Disney didn't give us anything.
No.
Other than the gift cards.
Just thank you.
But that was for other things.
Or congratulations, this and that.
But which is still nice, and you know.
I get to the Marriott and I start checking in, and the manager's training a new girl. So he sees the button. He goes, "Oh, Mr. Hernandez." He's like, "Congratulations." I was like, the button. I was like, "Oh, thank you." He goes, "Rough time." I was like, "Yeah, it was a rough year." But I was like, "We're here on vacation celebrating this, and I wanted to do something nice for my girls, my wife and daughter, because they took care of me during chemo." So he's like, "Okay." He's like, he's typing. He goes, "We're going to waive the parking fee because it's $22 a day to park at this hotel." Yeah. He's like, "We're going to waive the parking fee." So I was like, shoot, $44 saved? Fantastic.
Yeah.
And he's like, he goes, "We just upgraded you to a family suite." And I was like, whoa. And he's like, "Congratulations, you guys deserve the best." And I start tearing up, and I was like, dude, seriously, you don't have to do this.
Thank you so much.
I was like, "Thank you so much, but you don't have to do this." He goes, "No." He goes, "You guys deserve it."
Aw.
So beautiful. The Fairfield Inn at the Marriott Village in Orlando. Thank you guys so much for upgrading us. We get into the room. It was ready for us.
Yeah, it was ready right then. So.
I mean, we got there at noontime, and it was like, "You're ready."
Yeah, and I had you go in just in case it wasn't ready. Like I was like, "There's no point in all of us getting out if the room's not ready."
Yeah, which is usually never ready at 12:00.
Exactly.
So we get there, and I mean, the room is gorgeous. I mean, it was huge. And it had like a wall division for Sophia to have her own. She
basically had her own area.
Yeah, a bunk bed with a trundle bed underneath too. So, and her own TV, everything. She was just
her
own
little table, and then it's a partition. And then we had our bed.
Then we had a king
TV.
size bed. I mean, it was really nice.
So it was And it was a nice bathroom. Like
Yeah.
it was pretty spacious.
Yep.
You know, so it was just it was a nice surprise.
Yeah.
To
and
have.
to end our vacation. Yeah.
Yeah, to end our vacation the last 2 days because we didn't have to return the car rental till the Saturday. So that's why we decided to stay. Part of why we decided to stay longer. So
we just fool around. We had dinner with our friends.
Yeah, we had dinner because they were at a timeshare that was like 2 minutes down the road from us.
Yeah, everything is 2 minutes away in Orlando. Apparently.
Yeah. So we had dinner with them.
We went to a couple outlets.
Yeah, we went to a couple outlets. I think we went back to Disney Springs because there were a few stores that we didn't get a chance to get to. Yeah. And it was a little bit nicer day that day, too, that we went. That it was just the three of us.
Yeah.
So, and we just kind of did, went into some of the same stores again, just because we wanted to look
Lego
a little bit
store,
more.
And then we got Dole Whips.
Yep, Dole Whips. And Sophia got a couple Lego sets for free because I have Lego VIP.
Yeah.
It's their point system. So apparently I had accumulated enough points that it turned into money.
Yeah.
And she was able to get like two small Lego sets for free. Yep. So I was like, hey,
And she blew most of her allowance.
She pretty much blew all of it.
There was like $25 left in there.
That's what she wanted to do. That she was saving it for that. So she bought. We took her to the American Girl store because she's got. She just got a new doll, and that's kind of like the only like real girly thing she's into.
Yeah.
So she got a couple outfits. She got a couple little outfits for her dolls, and then we went to the Character Warehouse, and she got some of those ILY dolls that they sell at Target. They're Disney inspired dolls. They sell them at Target. They're normally like $30, and Character Warehouse had them for like $12.99. Yeah. So she was like, "I'm getting these."
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, we walked around, just chilled pretty much.
Yeah,
for 2 days.
And it was super sweet. Sophia wanted to get you a mug. Yeah. She got you a mug that says Dad. Yep. And it's really cute.
It is.
And then she's like, I want to get you something too, Mom. So I was like, okay. I was like, well, you don't have to. She's like, no. She's like, I want to. You guys are really great parents. And she's like, I want to get you something. I was like, all right. So she got me, I'd been looking at this little like Stitch pen that you wear, not pen that you write with. But anyways, I've been looking at it like at all the stores we went to. I kept seeing it and I just thought it was so cute. Stitch has a lei around his neck, and then his glasses are pineapples, like cut out in the. So I just thought it was really cute. So she got me that.
Cool. And where is that pin now?
It's on my desk because I don't know where I want to put it
on
yet.
On your backpack.
Yeah,
That's where most of my pins are.
I got to figure out which backpack I want to put it on.
Yeah. So yeah, we drove back home Friday, and that drive sucked.
It did.
We made fantastic time until we got to Columbia, South Carolina.
Yeah, we made great time, but I think, and it's always the drive home from vacation is always horrible.
No, it's just that traffic almost broke me. It almost broke me. That traffic just brutal.
I just hate driving home after vacation. I'm like, no, I want to stay on vacation.
Yeah. But hey, it is what it is. We had a good time.
We did.
We had a really good time, and it was much needed after the year we've had.
Yeah,
it was much needed, and we got home Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I rested. I worked a little bit.
Yeah.
I worked both days a little bit.
Yeah.
Just because we had some overtime approval, so I worked a little bit, and then Tuesday I got sick. I got pummeled.
Yeah.
Just sick, and then Wednesday I worked, but I wasn't all there in my head. I was just really tired.
You just kind of coasted Wednesday.
I still got a lot done.
Yeah.
I got a lot done on Wednesday.
Your coasting is still
my coasting
a full day's work.
My coasting is phenomenal. But and I talked to my boss on Wednesday about my return to work schedule.
Yeah.
We got that ironed out once I get the approval from Doc, which should be in a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm. And then
you'll be rid of me for 2 days a week. What?
That's not what I was going to say.
Oh, okay. I think you're like, I'm rid of him for 2 days a week.
No.
Which I'm changing my days of the week at the office.
Yeah, you are.
Yep.
But no, I have some news.
Do you want to say that just yet? Or you want to wait till it actually happen.
I think we're good.
You sure? I'm leaving it up to you. 'Cause at this rate, every time we say something to these mics,
I know.
something
okay.
happens.
Let me not.
Let's wait.
I have news, but we'll share it next time.
We'll share it once
it's
it takes
official.
place. Yes. Once you sign your name on documents.
Right.
I mean, you have stuff here
Yes.
for this thing.
Yeah.
So let's
We're gonna play it safe.
play it safe. Don't say anything to this microphone because every time you say, "Hey, a hurricane's gonna hit," boom, New York City our trip to New York got destroyed and Disney almost fell apart. So let's just wait till things happen. But it is great news. It's fantastic news. I think it's a really good thing for you personally and professionally. I think it's gonna be great. So
Yep.
and it's gonna mean more money.
We can be Disney Vacation Club members.
No. There's other things that take priority,
No, I know.
but you never know.
But at least that is something that could potentially.
Eventually.
It's more of a potential.
Yeah.
With this,
But I also feel like this is gonna be good for you to get out of the house a little bit and do something.
be with
Humans,
other people.
Yeah.
Even though I hate people.
hey, whatever. But
Speaking of, so my friend, hi Emery, she sent me a picture of something. I don't know where she saw this at some store, but it's a sign and it says, "I want to be where the people aren't."
there you go.
I said, "Me every day."
You should make that a sticker and put it on your car.
I
So
really
when you
should.
drive into this
I
place.
know. That's like
It's
the
there.
worst.
It's
I
there.
should not do that.
But anyway, so yeah, that's our recap of our vacation.
Yeah.
Our next episode is probably gonna be we bought a game called
Would you rather?
Would You Rather. We used to do Would You Rather, but based off of a deck of cards that we had.
Yeah.
But this is an official game.
Yeah. Which we're probably not going to actually play the game.
We're just gonna ask the questions off the cards.
Yeah, I think we're just going to do that because the game is like really involved
Yeah.
and there's like a spinny thing.
Yeah.
And
No, we're gonna ask the questions off the cards.
Yeah.
We're gonna pick.
It'll give us some new ideas.
yeah,
I haven't
random.
looked at the cards. Hopefully they're not like really inappropriate.
Well, some of the ones on the deck of cards are inappropriate. So
Yeah, I know.
And there's only like 20 cards in there. This one has
A lot.
2 full decks that
Yeah.
are pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, we got it at Target on Black Friday.
Yep.
Yeah, Black Friday was yesterday. Oof.
Yeah, I know.
But so that's all I got.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Yep.
Is this the outro song? I hope so. Yeah. So the show Instagram is Listen to the Words Podcast, and the show email is listen to the words pod@gmail.com. Hopefully I'll sound better the next time. If I don't, then enjoy this voice.
Yeah.
Because it almost sounds like this one.
It's close.
No.
It's really close.
It's not at all.
I don't hear a difference.
I do.
Legit, I don't hear a difference.
Not at all.
Yeah. I
Which
do.
one is it? But I want to go to bed.
Yeah. Well, we got to go watch Transformers.
Oh yeah, we do. Okay. You want to promote your show Instagram? Show email?
I don't have a show Instagram.
I'm
but
running on it. I'm fumes now.
My show email is listen to the words pod kelly@gmail.com.
So with that being said, we'll see you guys next week. And I'm going to sign off with Smelly Cat. Smelly Cat. What are they feeding you? Go.
Bye.